Well, y'all, the establishment just struck back. They utilized one of their favorite tools, Politico, again, this time to continue to eviscerate the far left progressive coming out of Maine. Y'all, the battle for the soul of the Democratic Party is in full swing, and some polling was just released by Democrat-oriented pollsters that is openly destroying the far left progressives and reinforcing what we've been saying together for about 3 to 4 weeks, if not 9 to 12 months. Guys, I'm going to need to hear you in the comments on this one. If you remember us talking about this and you see what I see, if we're landing that plane, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's get into this. And of course, you can follow me on X at Braden LOA. I'm not going to bury the lead on you. Let's dive straight in. Y'all, this is what is going to be causing a bit of a uproar in the left, the Democrats, because you remember the political maelstrom, if you will, that's happening in Maine. The far left progressive candidate, Graham Plattner, who literally has Nazi tattoos on his chest, and he's the new darling of the left, and then the Democrat establishment is like, we're going to lose to Susan Collins. Yeah, watch. 2026 Maine Senate poll, after information about Plattner, Susan Collins is up 19 points. Now, before I show you all the newest hit pieces that Politico just came out with at the behest of the Democrats, let me talk to you about something really quickly. You have to understand that what we do on this channel is we look at the underlying trends and we see where everything's going, and we provide our best analysis and commentary to prepare you to engage in that direction, because it looks like this is going to happen. That's what we'll always come forward with. It's happening. So what you're seeing right now is Susan Collins, who is well known as a rhino in the conservative world. Everyone knows it. The 2A space knows it. The politics in general know it. The Republicans know it. Conservatives know it. MAGA knows it. We all know it. She's vulnerable. They all know that she's vulnerable. She's in a bluish, purplish state. However, because the far left is obsessed with sending these far left purity test virtue signal candidates forward and winning the primaries, they're losing the generals. You are in position to absolutely capitalize on their stupidity, but they continue to do it. And now, Susan Collins, rhino extraordinaire, is up 19 points in a Senate race polling coming from the Democrat side, from a Democrat organization that wants to put women in places of power. Yeah, how do you think this is going to work out? Let's continue. I've got some cudgels that they just dropped through Politico. Again, do not think this is by accident, by coincidence. They are using the media to deliver death blows to their political candidates on the far left progressive. The establishment is striking back. All right. Graham Plattner's online history means he'd lose to Susan Collins. Democrat poll warns. The Maine Senate race is all but a must-win for Democrats looking to take back the Senate. And right now, I'm going to use another Politico article that we've covered to kind of buttress the idea that the Democrats and the establishment and all the money and the power brokers and the DNC are using Politico to destroy this guy. Look, this is from 3 weeks ago. Democrats keep falling for political fantasies. When will they learn? Viral candidates, and it keeps costing them elections. Look where we are right now. They just dropped this poll, plus 19 for Susan Collins, who is unfavorable in her state. Y'all, this is exactly what I've been trying to say and trying to drive the point home to make sure you guys are fully aware of this. When they go far left progressive, the further left they go, the happier they are on the Democratic Party, because the far left base is putting them in position. Then the general politics and the general election, when you have independents, Democrats, leftists, Republicans, conservatives, and MAGA, all the additions and subtractions, they're not winning. It's costing them elections, as the Politico article right here says. But let me show you a few of these points inside the article in question. As you can see, 11-12 was the most recent salvo from Politico through the Democrats. Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner's social media history is a major general election liability, a new Democratic polling memo warns. Oh yeah, we're going to get into it too. The survey, conducted on behalf of the Democratic group Emily's List and obtained by Politico, yeah, no, it was emailed by Politico. It's like, hey, make sure you do the study on this. Finds that most voters wouldn't support Plattner over Republican Senator Susan Collins after learning of his past social media post in which he called himself a communist, denigrated the police, and characterized white people in rural Maine as stupid and racist. You know, the people that he would need to have vote for him. But by all means, Democrats, right here, keep on sending them. I hope you keep on doing it. In fact, have you looked at your most recent blue candidate? Because if they are not the ideologically version of political purity and that virtue signal is not turned up to a 12, you don't want them. You guys definitely want to go out there and endorse this type of guy, Graham Plattner. By the way, Donald Trump's a fascist and a Nazi, but this guy has Nazi tattoos on his chest, and therefore it's okay because he's going to beat Susan Collins, even though he's losing by 19 points in a Democrat poll after he called Maine rural residents racist and stupid. And he was going down the road of defending communists, training Antifa, and training socialist militias. I don't know. You know what? Go harder left, guys. This is phenomenal because we are on the other side of the aisle, the side that has a freaking brain in our skulls, is going to come over here and just go, we'll take that Senate seat, thank you. We'll take this House seat, thank you. By all means, make sure you vote for the farthest left candidate you can, Democrats. We'll be here to pick up the pieces. Honest to God. And it is comical because you can't talk any sense into them. I'm telling you this is happening. It's been happening for 10 years. There's anecdotal data. There is absolute data. There is literally the House, the Senate, and the White House right now. But don't worry, I'm just making it up. I mean, please keep going, guys. Keep going. When voters are read direct quotes from Plattner's since deleted Reddit post, he loses to Collins by double digits. Double freaking digits. And in a test of potential campaign messaging, a positive narrative about Plattner that includes his life story as a veteran and oyster farmer and his apology for the post fails to make up the gap. The gap drew to 19 points after voters were provided more quotes from Plattner's Reddit post, and when voters were provided with a lengthy apology response, he only narrowed the gap by 5 points. Come here real quick. I guarantee, without a doubt in my brain, and I don't say that lightly. I don't usually say 100%. I don't like doing that because that's a certain level of confidence that I'm just not going to put out there on y'all. But in this case, I'm very willing to do it. Senator Susan Collins is praying to whatever she prays to. Her little statue of Buddha, it can be God, it can be Christianity, it can be political polling, it can be FDR. I don't give a shit who it is. She is praying to that entity that he gets the nomination because she's up 19 points. Again, lefties, keep going. I'm seriously imploring you to do so. But let's get back to the article here. And I got some more stuff on the other side. Whew, man, this is fun. Emily's List, which tapped Impact Research to conduct the poll, aims to elect Democratic women and has endorsed Mills in the primary. That's the governor of Maine, who they want to be senator. That the influential organization would test Plattner signals how seriously national Democrats are taking his candidacy. Again, this is in Politico. Okay? None of this happens by mistakes. They do this in the gun world all the time. They send out all the trial balloons. They send out everything in the 2A space. This is what they do. They use the media as a fourth wing of the government, and they use it to communicate with other Democrats from a standpoint of sponsors, donors, other candidacies, everything. The intelligentsia of the United States are better. Literally, it's what they do. The poll's findings are clear, said Tiernan Donahue, Emily's List chief campaign officer, said in a statement, quote, Maine voters find Graham Plattner's comments blaming victims for sexual assault, calling the Mainers he is seeking to represent racist and stupid, and promoting violent political action completely disqualifying. Well, yep, you'd think. Now if only the people in Virginia could get past make something disqualifying like wanting children dead for their attorney general candidate. But anyway, yeah, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. The Maine Senate race is a top target for Democrats next year, and the poll confirms Collins' vulnerability as a GOP incumbent in a blue state. On a generic ballot, Maine voters say they prefer a Democrat over a Republican in the Senate next year, 46 to 37%. So she's vulnerable. Collins' approval rating is also underwater by 10 points. All of that I just told you right there. And this is the result of which they're putting out. Plus 19. It's because they keep on going to the far left, most extreme virtue signal purity tested candidates. Socialism, Workers' Party, communism, violent rhetoric, all of it. They're going to continue to lose generically. Okay, let's keep on going. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe I'm just out on a limb. Nope, not on that one. Let's get over here to this last piece because this is how we wrap this whole thing up. This one's interesting. The politics in the poll tracker. This is, again, Emily's List poll. This is a little bit more detail. After balanced information about Plattner, Susan Collins is 51% to 42. So she's winning by 9 points with none of the background. After additional information about Plattner, that jumps 6 points, 57 to 38, Susan Collins. Generic congressional ballot, 2026 Maine, Democrat 46, Republican 37. Senator Collins approval, 54-44. She's disapproval minus 10 points. Literally, the thing that they are going to do is send the most far-left blue candidate forward, and they're going to scuttle their own chances in the United States Senate taking this seat because they want the purity test-driven candidate. They're at war with themselves. And my own personal take on it is let them take full advantage while they are completely destroying themselves. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.